to everyone, and you are most welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, what we're going to be doing is the famous Aslan song Crazy World. Now there's only 3 chords we're going to need for this. We need D, E minor and G. If you know those chords, you can skip ahead to where we get into the song, and if you don't, stick with me here and we'll quickly go over them now. So your D chord is the second box G string or third string, second box little E or first string, and in the third box it's that B or second string. And when you strum, you mainly just hit those bottom 4 strings. Then we have an E minor, which is the second box A and D, or 5 and 4. And then we have G. Your first finger stays in that second box A string. Your third finger goes to the third box big E, which is number 6, and little E, which is number 1. That's an open G. Or you can do a G add 9 or a full G, which would be your first fingers stay where they are, so that's your A and your E, but then your third finger goes on B box 3 and your pinky finger goes on that little E box 3. So you're using all 4 of your fingers rather than just 3. Right, they are the 3 chords we're going to need. Let's get into the song now. Right guys, there are 3 parts to this song that I'm going to show you. The main strumming that plays through the entire song, the little riff that plays at the end of each strumming pattern, and then there's a little bit of a solo in one of the versions that I can show you as well at the end. So we'll start with the strumming part. The chords, the order is D, E minor, G and D, and the strumming pattern is down, down, up, down, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2 times for every single chord. So you're going to start in D and do that strum pattern twice. Then you're into your E minor. Then your G or your full G. And then you're back to that D again from the start. And that's it. Now, one of the things people get lost on is when they get to that D at the end, they go straight into E minor after, but you don't. You go back to the start and play another D. So it's D, E minor, G, D, and then you go back, you do another D, E minor, G, D. And that's the way it goes because it's a 4 chord progression. So you need to play those 4 chords. Don't just go D, E minor, G, D, E minor, G. That'll change the entire song, so that's not what we're going for. You have to put that extra D in at the end and remember to go back to it at the start. Now, on the very, very last D chord, you have a little riff. We have this that's played over it. So this is on the very, very last strumming pattern of the D. So like I said, every chord does that full strumming pattern twice. Well, on the second strumming pattern in the very last D, you put your third finger on 14 down on the bottom, and you're going to pick that 4 times. Now, I like to alternate my picking going down, up, so that's down, up on the 14. Then my middle finger's on the 12, and there's only 3 of those, so I go down, up, down. Now, the next 2 notes are on box 10, but they're on different strings, so I create a little bar chord with my first finger to cover the bottom 2 strings in box 10, and you're doing 3 picks on the little E string and 2 on the B string, and that's in your box 10. So we've 14 on little E string 4 times, then we've 12 done 3 times, then we've 10 on the little E string done 3 times, and then 10 on the B string twice, and that's your... And that's played at the very, very end of each strumming pattern line, at the very end of every 4 chord progression. And then finally we have the little solo that they play sometimes when they're live or in different versions of the song. They have this little solo that comes in. So you're going to start on the B string box number 7. And you just hit that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And that's the start. So you're going 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, pause, and then you pick that 7 and slide back to the number 5. So we're on that B string 7. It goes 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, pause, and then pick it again and slide back to box 5. And then it's box 3 on that B string and box 4 on the G string. And then we're skipping all the number 7s at the start this time. We're picking 7, slide 5, 3 on the B, 4 on the G. Now, there's a little bend on the 5th string. So instead of going 7, slide 5, gives that little bit of a twang, that bend on 5. So you have to make sure to go right up. And then your middle finger goes on 3 on the B string. And it's 2 on the G string with your first finger. Now that's the first one, nice and easy, nice and slow. So it's 1, 2, 3, pause, 1, 2, 3, slide, 3, 4, slide, 3, 4, and then bend. 3, 2. Now the second time, it's almost the exact same. It's just extra picking at the start. So instead of 1, 2, 3, it goes. So instead of 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Down, 1, 2, 3. Down, up, down, up, down. Everything else then is the same. So you're just adding in extra notes at the start. Now, if you want, you can just play that easy one where you're picking 1, 2, 3 twice. But I like to just mix it up the second time so they know that it's the second solo, not just the same thing repeated twice. And it adds that little bit of speed to it, so then you can go back into the chorus at the end and really finish it out. So guys, that's it. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, leave a comment, let me know what you thought, and hit that like button. If you're new, subscribe. And as always, guys, I'll see you next time.